By any means necessary, a famous quote from the late Malcolm X. I know now that this is only a figure of speech, and that all means of attaining something are worth it. At the age of 15, my life turned upside down. My parents were going through a bitter divorce, and I didn't want to pick a side. My dad then lost his job, and things were further downhill, so I had no choice but to live with my mother. For the first 2 years or so, they were normal until my mother was laid off from her job also. She began to use her retirement savings on mortgage, food, and other necessities. Things got really tough, and I didn't think we were going to have a roof over our heads in a few months. I began working 2 jobs while I was a junior in high school to help with the bills. I got overwhelmed and started looking for other means of acquiring some extra money. So I began to hang with the wrong crowd. They used to come to school with hundreds in their pockets without having a job, and I wanted to know how can I have a piece of the pie. I began to hang with them, and they would pay me just to look out for cops. After that, I was promoted, and I began to pull in hundreds a week. Money was no longer an issue. I can pay the mortgage, the phone bill, and still have enough to buy the new Jordans every month. I never felt better. I felt responsible because I was taking care of my family. Until the guys added an undercover cop to the crew. We were all incarcerated for about a week, charged with first-degree felonies and 2 misdemeanors. Possession of a controlled substance, intent to deliver, a possession within 500 feet of a school zone. I never felt more anxiety in my life. Like Malcolm X, I found myself in prison. Speaking to different people in there, I felt like another statistic, another minority that fell into the trap of fast money, and I didn't want to live my life like this. I found a book in there about the human body and realized I like science and promised myself I would become a doctor. I was then let free due to my clean record, my enrollment in school, and my car being illegally searched. My mom and dad were highly disappointed in me, and I also felt ashamed. My mom said everything that glitters isn't gold. I sure learned my lesson, and I'm happy that I lived through that experience to tell others to say no to drugs. They're addictive whether you're using them or selling. I'm now enrolled at Seton Hall, majoring in biology, and will fulfill my dream and become a successful member of society and touch the lives of millions like my hero Malcolm X did.